Anyway, here we go. Ultimate's Gen.G. So, if Gen.G lose this, they're still in a very good position for the major, but pressure would be on for the last event, of course. They cannot afford a bad result in the last event if they lose this one. Ultimates need this even more, though. If Ultimates lose this, they're in pretty big trouble. Pretty big trouble. Well, I guess it... Would they be on the same amount of points as Complexity? What would they be on? They'd be on... They finished 8-6. Complexity finished 4th, 9th. 8-6, 4-2. Yeah, they'd be on the same amount of points as Complexity if they lose this.
And I'm not going to lie, I thought I was going to be the only person picking Gen.G.
Oh, I've got to move the next rank logo. Hold on. Let's go over the boost. Where do I put this? Don't know where to put it. Put it here, maybe? Is that a good spot?
Firstkiller, consistently one of the best players in the world. LJ on the ascent ever since he was, handpicked by Dan to join him. And then Chronic as well, major champion. So I was expecting
middle center, yeah, I could do that. The thing about mid left is that the face cams are going to appear there at some point.
I mean, it's definitely deserved. This team has done a lot. They've really found themselves over the last year.
All right, that should be fine.
So, but ever since that
now, who do I think is going to win this? I think Ultimates are going to win. I don't think LJ is playing at the internet cafe today. I think he's just at his regular location. And I think that if Ultimates beat NRG in the last event, they probably would have won the event. I think the winner of Ultimates NRG was, for me, going to be the favorite. So I think Ultimates are winning this. But it should be a competitive series. I think Gen.G are looking really good. I really like what I'm seeing from them. I think they're going to be pretty clearly the third best team in NA by the time this split is done. Probably even just like by the time the season is done.
It's a beautiful pass off too. Something I am going to be expecting a lot from this Gen.G squad. It's more, though, the bigger question mark is
surely Ultimates make the final. This is Alpha Cap stream, bro. You're in the wrong chat. Yeah, I think they will. I think Ultimates are. Wait, are they on the NRG side of the bracket? I've actually forgotten. Are they in the NRG side of the bracket?
Chronic low boost, tries to make a mid clear. Magic Bear to catch it. Enough to work with to get
Can I deafen the casters? I can reduce the volume, but I'm not going to deafen them. How about this? One in chat if this is good. 40%. Justin in. Yeah, Justin was expecting a fake. They're on the NRG side. That's going to be pretty big. They will play the... Okay, they're on the side of the winner of NRG Evo, so yeah, basically they're on the NRG side. They're on the projected NRG side. How are they on the NRG side? They lost in group stage. Also, I mean, the side of the bracket you can get on is if you end up in lowers, which Ultimates have both weekends, you're locked in on one side of the bracket, whereas if you just make it through uppers and semis, you would have the chance to, run into NRG and then dodge them in the semis if you run into them earlier. You don't have that privilege if you go through lowers like Ultimates have both times. NRG side twice this split. It's rough. You could say that, but I think Ultimates, they've had the rough thing for them. Oh! Good play by Cheese. The rough thing for Ultimates is the LJ internet situation. The fact that they were on the NRG side of the bracket last time was kind of their own fault because they lost in groups to Space Station, if I recall.
I'm not sure they did either, but honestly, great awareness on Cheese too, right?
Oh, sorry, I keep saying the internet. Yeah, it was his power that went out. Whoa! What are we doing? What's going on?
Pretty solid defense.
NA production, please. What even was that stinger? It just said Ultimates. Firstkiller. Can we do that again? Can we do that with like the person who scores? That's so funny. The guy with all the buttons just like fell asleep for a second there. Accidentally leaned on one of the buttons.
Magic Bear launching that shot in. Trying to waste that boost.
Yeah, cat. The office cat walked onto the keyboard there.
A few double commits by the ultimates open.
Oh, that's open. Wow. What? Firstkiller just completely missed. He had 100 boosts and he missed his sidewall double badly. Oh my. He wasn't even close to that one. Full boost. That's, I mean, that just doesn't ever happen. Firstkiller missing a completely uncontested sidewall double. They should have put up the Firstkiller graphic when that happened. Just he misses a sidewall double and it just says ultimates and zooms in on his face cam. See his reaction. Why did he go for that play? I mean, the play was fine. I'd back myself to be able to hit that, you know? It's not that difficult. That's what makes it weird. It's actually oh, that's it. It's actually quite an easy play. I mean, when you just have a ground to sidewall double where you're jumping and hitting the ball at the same time, it's not difficult to hit the ball again. Especially at pro level, that's automatic. So I think he must have really beaned that. Maybe his thumb slipped off the controller.
1 goal deficit, 42 seconds on the clock. Let's see what we get off the kickoff. All for a go.
The double kickoff. That's open. Oh. Oh, he's got a flip.
30 seconds on the clock left for ultimates to get in this. It's their turn on last attack. But this cleared back.
Oh, he's done well there. That was really well played. Chronic, no, not a good first touch though. Cheese read that super well. Wow. Okay, Gen.G are kind of cooking right now, and Ultimates have had a bad game. Great bomb. Really good stuff from Cheese. How about this from Gen.G, man? What a team. If they can win this, that is absolutely insane for the split, because Complexity and Ultimates will both have 10 points. And Gen.G, SSG, NRG will have a lot more than that. Well, maybe not SSG. SSG are projected to get another... Well, aren't SSG projected to get the grand final? They just have to beat the boys and then, like, Evo, for example, and they're in the grand final. Or, like, Strictly Business or Schnitzelhaus. I mean, yeah, SSG are projected grand final.
My answer was passion. And you know who's
and the winner of this is projected at least semis. Because they play against the boys, right? SG has 14, yeah. Yeah. So if they lost to the boys, they would have 14. If they beat the boys, to 16.
I think it was by Chronic was the one who was potentially going to replace him. He didn't let that get him down. He loves this game. He wants to be the best that he can be. And Cheese really stepped up.
I don't know what PL is, bro. Yeah, that's bizarre. Firstkiller completely beat that. He hit it so low. He's trying to get that to pop up high so he can maybe skim it with his dodge. But he just completely, like, wet noodled the ball.
Like I said, when Justin got brought
yeah, the boys are good. SSG do not have a guaranteed win. When I say that they're projected, I mean they are the favorites. Not an easy win, though, of course. It's going to be a tough series for them.
Especially if you're just an OG fan too, right?
Yes, Mina Open 5 final is today. Right now, they are in the lower bracket quarters, and you're going to have Rock versus Twisted Minds starting in about 50 minutes. Then the Falcons versus the winner of this. And then the grand final. We will, of course, be paying attention to the grand final. What NA matches happening at that point? 9 p.m.? It's Energy Evo. So yeah, we may end up just watching the MENA final if the NRG Evo is one-sided. I expect it to be one-sided. Evo haven't looked as good this split as they did last time. Who is Rock again? 1 second, guys. Who are these guys this split? Twiz Abdullah Ghazi.
The team that need to make those adjustments need to make
Fitbit, thanks for the prime. Welcome to the channel.
Slight changes on how they're calming or deciding to go.
Who's the most impressive rookie first-year player this year? It's a good question. Well, I mean, if we're talking actual first year in RLCS, then who's actually even in their first year? Because players like Kofor have been around for a while, Eugen's been around for a while. Like, they're not rookies in the sense that they've just started playing RLCS. But they're definitely rookies for like top 8 consistently.
even on low boost, Gen.G still managed to force some sort of a play, which in turn forces.
Like, I don't know who the actual rookie would be, like somebody who really is just starting.
She's 1v1 on LJ. LJ tried his hardest, and Justin pops this one on up. Again, there comes that
Alpha cap.
clear transition.
Yeah, insane rookie run
a good pop from Justin
from
LJ
them.
Was a threat to 50 that ball, but Justin getting the
Panda is not in
necessary
his first
shots to get it
season
up and
either.
over
Like
the
a lot of
top.
these players are in their second or third
Perilous
season.
spot.
You
Ball
guys
kicks
are
out to Justin.
suggesting.
He's going to play it off the backboard. Tries to make things awkward for
Nightpost
Cross.
technically in his third
Handles
season
it
as well because he
nicely.
played
LJ
against the
giving up
rules
great 50
in
from Magic Bear. He's
the
gonna get
last
another
split
50 on it.
of 2022.
Race to Cheese off the ceiling,
I mean
goes for the
2023,
ceiling shot.
2022-3.
Firstkiller will save it off to the side. But more pressure coming out for Gen.G.
Magic Bear past one. The low boost. Justin was already
Gen.G
there on
look
the ground.
poised.
Great attempt
They look
forward.
really good.
She's
This is
trying
a
to
composed
just got
performance from them so
3
far.
minutes. Still
They're just
reminiscent
keeping
of
the
that
ball
game
in
one,
awkward
very
positions. They just keep
supportive.
popping it high.
The opening.
And they're not panicking. This is a really good fake challenge by Magic Bear. Baited a touch, let his teammate come into the play.
Completely Gen.G. It's still scoreless, but Gen.G has been the one who's putting up these opportunities.
Again, a lot of it in
Yeah, I don't know who the rookies are. Rookies can't hang anymore.
Figuring this team out more frequently.
There will always be, you know, the occasional rookie coming in, but I think there will be more sustainability with Rocket League careers for some players. I mean, players that are really mechanical, they're not going anywhere unless they want to. Oh, I love that. Fakes the infield, goes top bins. What a pass. Guys, this is sick. He faked the infield. Watch this. Little wiggle. Magic Bear fakes it. He's going to pass it back to Cheese. And then he just booms it backboard instead for Justin. That's such a good pass by Magic Bear.
He's the one taking the shot, and that's who you want taking the shot. He hit the most famous shot in Rocket League history.
And usually you would
And I love that play from
you would maybe lose a bit of power if you do that. If you like fake a pass one way, then you have to go the other way. Generally, you're going to lose some power, but that way he slammed that. He absolutely boomed it. So no power missing on the ball at all. It's a good catch by Chronic, but Justin just challenging confidently. They're defending super well here. Not going to be a goal, but yeah, Gen.G are looking good. I look like an idiot right now. I thought Ultimates were going to win this, but Gen.G look like the team. It's awesome to see Justin in a team that are doing this well. I mean, it's awesome obviously to see all these guys, Cheese, Magic Bear, and Justin, to the whole team. What a random team. You would have never thought these guys would be a top 3 team in NA together just a couple of years ago. This would have not really made sense. You'd think, what is going on there? You know, Magic Bear was a many season top of the bubble kind of level before finally getting his breakthrough on Optic, I think it was. Cheese steadily improving, Justin hanging on, but having them all just combine and be this effective is awesome. 2-0. I mean, they're actually just better right now. Ultimates need to wake up. Magic Bear maybe top 5 NA. I think he's already top 5 NA. Magic Bear's been phenomenal. He had a great major as well. Even though the Gen.G roster didn't have a very good major, Magic Bear was really impressive. He just looks so composed now. Like, these guys, they used to panic all the time, and now they just look like they're really locked in. Like, they're making the right moves in defense, they're making the right moves in the midfield, and they're taking their chances. That's maybe, okay, that's not the right move there, though. So this fake challenge, they have been faking challenges at good moments, but there was actually a follow-up ready here. So actually that fake didn't make sense, because look what happens. Cheese and Magic Bear just end up in the same spot in the pitch. Would have made more sense to just challenge there immediately, because there was a follow-up challenge ready. Fake challenges in 3s and 2s, you usually want to do them when your teammates behind you are not ready to challenge after you get outplayed. Because most initial challenges in 2s and 3s get outplayed. You need a teammate behind you to take the ball. Should be, yeah, easily defendable. They're in a great position here, Gen.G. They're in defense, but they've all got boosts. Yeah. Tough position for Ultimates. Firstkiller does have a full tank, though. That's such a good play. Oh, wow. She's still got it. Magic Bear a bit lucky with his landing there. That could have gone horribly wrong. And a bit of a lucky follow through to bump LJ as well. Last chance, Ultimates.
Taking his time, has to get around one. He does.
Now they really need somebody to challenge. Like, okay,
LJ
Justin does it.
To get the touch, it's slowly going towards this.
And they've won it.
Cheese will kill their
That's got to be a
dreams in this
timeout.
game number 2, though.
Wow,
Gen.G,
what a team.
Mobile One
Chris,
walk
good. Thanks
away
for the
with
prime.
another
Welcome to the
win.
channel. Hope you're doing well.
This has to be a
Gen.G are
timeout.
playing super well.
Gen.G, the Ultimates, they've been able to bring it back a little bit, but a majority of this game dominated by Gen.G. And Justin.
Yeah, Maxi, this is elimination. This is elimination. Look at this. Ultimates yesterday lost to Little Step Bros. In fact, they didn't even bother. They just forfeited because they knew they were going to lose anyway. So they were like, you guys can have it. And then they won through lures. But Gen.G lost to NRG because NRG lost to Schnitzelhaus in Swiss. This is like so many different dominoes falling over and creating a huge collapse. NRG lose to Schnitzelhaus, so they end up on the same side of the bracket as Gen.G. They beat them. Now Gen.G are in lures. Ultimates forfeit. They're in lures. Now they play each other round 1. It's like Schnitzelhaus is Psy, Panda, and Lion Blaze. Yeah, I forgot about Lion Blaze. Lion Blaze, Psy, and Panda. Psy never made an EU regional main event, went to NA, and now he's like a main event extraordinaire. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He must have improved. They actually look good. I watched some of their gameplay yesterday. They look solid. Schnitzelhaus today against Strictly Business, they could win that. Schnitzelhaus could easily make top 4. They play against the winner of this plays the loser of this, so most likely Evo.
Of course, on the end of the Ultimates, this is a team that
like Psy winning CRL Worlds by beating NA bubble players, only to then go and join with some NA, like, well, they're not really bubble players. Lion Blaze is a pretty established player. Panda is a well-known up-and-coming player, very, very good player. So teams up with some like other, you know, middle of the table NA players, and now they're just like apparently amazing.
That takes down the NRGs of North America, but right now the Ultimates, they're not finding themselves in the same way that Gen.G is.
All that said, they're still getting these games pretty close. It was just a 1-goal game last
Rogue
game.
Rag still got the suitcases on the table like he's about to like move out or something. It's like when the bedbug pandemic was happening in France or in Paris at least, and everybody was like leaving their suitcases on tables and stuff so the bedbugs wouldn't get into their clothes. If you get bedbugs in your clothes, then you gotta burn them. Right, what we got in the background for Firstkiller? I think we had a kitchen roll there. We need to go to the YouTube stream. I'm gonna open up the YouTube stream. Better for rewinding. He's gone for kitchen roll today. We've seen lots of different wiping items. Yeah, there is. There again, you can see that kitchen roll as his option of choice. Bottle graveyard, not that noticeable. Only one bottle. There might be more behind his headset though. And I didn't see if Chronic has a body under his bed again. He sometimes does have just a body under the blanket.
You see players only get up to a certain level on the outside looking in. And
is it just me or does this timeout feel like 5 minutes?
But they kept going. So all 3 of these players for Gen.G are players that when they had faced adversities in their careers, they didn't give up. They kept going, and now they are.
What is it, kitchen roll? What do you got? I don't even know what you call that.
But they still have a big job ahead of them. The Ultimates, so talented. They still are in this herd.
They absolutely are.
Household roles.
Away from a match point over a team that is
paper towel.
Pretty much been in talks.
You guys call it a paper towel?
Top 3 in NA at any given moment.
If you told me paper towel, what would come to mind is like, you know, the brown paper that you would clean your brush with in art class at school? That's a paper towel. Like the ones that are much more like papery. Do you know the one I mean? It's a long toilet roll. Okay, I guess. Yeah, for me, like a kitchen roll is a very specific thing, and then a paper towel is something else. So are you guys just calling everything a paper towel? What would you guys call the big brown one in art class, or blue? Yeah, that would be a paper towel. The big industrial like paper towels, you know.
Nice big clear there from Magic.
Maybe you guys just use only the big industrial ones. Good speed by Cheese. He might have that again. Oh, double commit. Should be fine though. Justin with a safe third man commit. He's had some really good third man commits this series. Picking good spots to move in.
The pressure so heavily onto the Ultimates that they crack.
In German, it's Kuchenrolle. Have I said it right?
Did land the demo. Cheese. Let's try to float behind this ball to get a 50.
You don't use paper towels. You have
Gen.G
bidets
on
all
the
over your
attack
house.
once more.
But do you use that in the kitchen as well? Just got a kitchen
See the
bidet.
Ultimates have boost, but they're all on their back wall, and then
You know one thing that is quite good that I've seen. Wait, that's open. Oh my goodness.
LJ.
You know what's quite good about NA kitchens? Or maybe it's just US, I don't know.
Potentially here for Gen.G. LJ
Don't you
trying
guys just have like a blender in the sink? Like in every sink, is there a blender? Just living in there.
But didn't get it.
This is such a beautiful flow of rotation too from Gen.G. It's very
Yeah, that's a
very
pretty
clean
smart
and
idea. Now, we don't have
frustrating
blenders in the sink. We
for
just
the
put stuff in the
Ultimates.
bin,
Every time
mate.
they
Like,
get to
we
that
just, I
midline,
don't know.
there is somebody there
We just
on
trash it.
either end of the field waiting to take
Yeah, what do you
this
guys call
ball
that?
back, and then that second man
Is it
comes
called a
on
blender?
through, and there it is, the stop from Justin.
A garbage
Wait for the
disposal?
next person to put their
Oh,
hand on
my
it. It's gonna
bad.
be Magic Bear
Whoa.
on in the
Okay, I can forgive the goalie for not thinking that was going to be on target. That really looked like it was going to be a 50.
And even last
Justin
Firstkiller, even when he's
really
low,
thought it was going to be a 50. Maybe Magic Bear got bumped.
Justin expecting Magic Bear to at least block that direct lane towards net. Magic Bear couldn't
So you
get
guys
there
call
in
it a
time.
garbage disposal. And it's in the
Firstkiller
sink.
gives the Ultimates
It
the
lives
lead,
in the
even though
sink.
Ultimates
There's just a
have
garbage
a lot of time
disposal
on
in the sink.
attack. They've
It just
managed
resides there.
to get this one goal lead. Will they be able to hold on?
And you guys are saying that I'm the oddity. I mean, it's a blender in your sink. You've got a blender in your sink, mate. That's how it is. Magic Bear's got no boost. That's a pretty cool idea. I don't know if that would work in maybe, I don't know, maybe the plumbing or something in most European cities don't work with sink blenders. But it would be pretty cool. So what do you do if you just have like a bunch of like, I don't know, food waste? You just chuck it in there, turn the blender on. Nice play on the center ball by Firstkiller. Should be a goal. No, never mind. Bad shot. You just blend it up. Do you ever make like a smoothie in there? Just make a smoothie in the sink blender. I wouldn't put it past you.
Aggressive teams out there on the field, I would say. But right now, Gen.G, they've done an incredible job.
That's
of
disgusting.
just
Exactly.
matching the energy, not letting the demos or the bumps freak them out into getting spazzed
It's
out on their flow.
a decent response here by Ultimates. Their only goal though was, I mean, super close. It was very, very close to not.
Excellent speed on that
Whoa!
midfield.
Not being a shot.
By Justin. That was a big ball. The Ultimates win that. They
I might have
score
to
another
open
one.
up the YouTube channel
Justin, fantastic
if this starts
speed.
lagging. Hopefully it doesn't.
Gen.G are trailing. The Ultimates clinging to this single goal.
I mean, Ultimates look pretty comfortable in the second game, I will say.
That's a nice bounce up. But again, these touches between Gen.G are so smooth.
Oh, he bumped him.
Up, bounce out, cheese to the
Backwards
backboard.
defended though.
You saw
Bump onto
in the
Magic Bear
corner, too,
again.
just trying to bump around and give Gen.G a little bit more
It's good
possession
play.
time.
Oh, the shot
For
was a
now,
bit.
Ultimates doing a little bit
bit
better,
lackluster.
at least keeping these ones on out. Dead ball there by Magic
It's actually really
Bear,
good
less than a
close
minute
play
to go.
there by Magic Bear. The fact that he got so close without double commit in or
LJ last back will pop
bumping
it
his
up.
teammate.
Now Magic Bear uncontested. Goes for an air dribble 50.
just for casters who ranked at least champ / GC or higher. I don't think it matters, mate. I don't think it matters at all.
To be able to go for a solo play, but the pressure still going. Chronic trying to keep this close to the corner. Final 30 seconds.
I think it's totally possible to be an excellent Rocket League commentator without ever playing Rocket League. Oh, that's just open again. Wow. I think it's possible to be a good Rocket League commentator without even playing a single video game. Ever. Oh, wow. Chronic just went for the boost. He just trusted LJ. And that was not safe. Now you're pushing it? Honestly, I'm not. Like, I really am. Like, Rocket League is simple enough conceptually. And even the most advanced mechanics in pro play, you could learn, like a skilled commentator, somebody who's like oh, that's a double. Oh! What a goal by Firstkiller. That's absolutely nasty. Stealing shot. Double tap. Off like a redirecting touch. That's disgusting. But yeah, it's completely possible to be an excellent Rocket League commentator without even playing a video game, without having ever held a controller, without owning a computer. Like, you can still be a great Rocket League commentator. There's a lot more to it than just like, oh, this guy's good at the game, therefore he's a good commentator. It's not that simple.
Is enough to take a win. The ultimate in last heroic
So yeah,
effort
it's a classic.
to find their
I mean, we've been seeing this take all throughout the years. Like,
That was Firstkiller.
this commentator doesn't know what they're talking about, and you know, maybe at sometimes if you are a very high-rated player, you will disagree with the commentator. That's fine. But if you're like a very high-level player in Rocket League, you're already in the minority. If you're a top 1% player in Rocket League, you're not the target market for RLCS. You're part of it, but you're not the whole thing. Most of the viewers will be pretty trash at the game. That's normal. Nothing wrong with that.
Big moment and a big time impact play. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a nasty winning goal. That was a crazy winning goal.
The best shot of the series, without a doubt, and maybe the best shot we'll see this week.
Yeah, that could easily be the shot of the tournament. That was a nasty shot. Look at his boost, by the way. This is what makes it. Oh, no, it's not the play. But yeah, look at Firstkiller's boost. I thought that was about to be like coming off the ceiling. Here it is. So he boosts up to the ceiling. He's got like 40 when he hits this, 20 when he, or 40 when he goes up to the ceiling, 20 when he hits the ball. It's such a perfect first touch.
The rest of this series to now stop respecting Gen.G, right? To now just full send it onto them in every single moment, in every play. All they have to do is just be a little bit speedier, find a little bit more space.
Now, I will say there are some games
on the flip side,
that have a much deeper,
how many times are they going to hit a shot like that?
you know, strategical
on how we've been breaking
element or component where, yeah, you probably need the color caster, you need the analyst to be a higher rated player. But even, oh, what fake! Who got faked here? It's Firstkiller. Oh, wow, Firstkiller is going to be mad at himself for that. He should absolutely be hitting a piece of the ball there. That should not, like, that's a good fake, but you should always hit at least a part of the ball with your challenge. But yeah, like, if you're a color commentator in chess, for example, you probably need to know some stuff. If you're a, you know, color commentator in a MOBA game or an RTS or, say, you know, a very strategical game, you need to, or a strategic game, you need to know your stuff to color commentate. But even in those games, even in, like, you know, the most strategy dominant games, the play-by-play could be a total novice, and they can still be an excellent play-by-play. They can be an excellent, like, you know, as they call it in esports, shoutcaster. You don't really need any game knowledge to do that. You need a little bit, but you don't need too much. GeoGuessr color commentator, yeah, exactly. If you're color commentating something like that, you really need to know your stuff. I've been offered color commentary roles in other games before, and I've always declined because I don't think I know them well enough for me to do a job that I'd be happy with. But for play-by-play, for the guys who's like, you know, just shouting the plays, saying what they see, and asking questions, yeah, you don't really need to know anything, anything like deep. I think people are just mostly hating when they say, like, oh, this person, they're just looking for not only like an opportunity to hate someone that they don't like, so it's like confirmation bias. They're like, I don't like this person, let me list things that could explain that, instead of just like realizing that you're not supposed to like every caster. It's just, you're not gonna like everyone in the world. It's fine. But another thing is that people like to feel superior. That's a nasty pass by Firstkiller. Firstkiller's involved in absolutely everything this series. But yeah, like I was saying, some people just like to feel superior, so when they hear a caster saying something they disagree with, they're like, oh, I think that there should be a minimum rating requirement to cast this video game. As a Champ 2 player, I know better than this diamond on the mic. Like, come on. What are you talking about? Alright, Gen.G are still looking like the far better team here. Ultimates peaked. Well, Firstkiller peaked in Game 3 to win. They needed a ridiculous shot to win that one. Their other goal was very, very, like, you know, very close to not actually just being a goal, but just being blocked. I'm not trying to take anything away from their game win. I'm just saying Gen.G still feel like the team right now who are creating reliable offense much more easily.
Nearing the caliber that these other top teams are constantly placed at. But for now, the Ultimates They just got to keep one foot in front of the other, still down by 2 with half a game to go.
And I believe it was T-Bates who was talking about it earlier on the pre-show, where you can see that belief is there. For
Oh, did you guys see? I was watching the pre-show.
You can have players who actually are the most talented, just mechanical players in the game. But if they
I was watching the pre-show while I was in my starting Sid screen.
So
And I saw the T-Bates versus James bot best NA player to not win Worlds question. T-Bates got to go first on that one, and I thought he was going to say Atomic. But he went for JNaps, which is a good shout. And then James bot went for Atomic and won the segment. And I would agree, I think Atomic is the greatest NA player to never win Worlds. I think he has surpassed JNaps. I think, you know, there's a conversation to be had of whether or not Atomic is now top 3 NA. I think he might be top 3 NA all time. Before this season started, I think he was number 5 behind Garrett, Justin, Squishy, and JNaps. But I think with, you know, with the continued online dominance this season, and the top 4 at another major, like another season looking good for them, he's starting to climb a little bit higher and higher. I think he might be top 3 all time now, because they're all very close. Like Garrett, Justin, Squishy, JNaps, Atomic, they're all very close. But I'm starting to like. Yeah, I mean he's right on the door. I think give him another like split, end of this split, Atomic's top 3 all time for NA, alongside Garrett and Justin in my opinion. I think Garrett's the NA GOAT, and I think that Justin, adding to his resume currently, is already right there. Oh, what a save by Justin, just hovering on the spot. But yeah, Justin is already, I think, number 2 all time for North America. Now he's adding to it. He might be the NA GOAT by the end of the season, maybe. But Atomic is my number 3 very, very soon, if not already. What do you guys think? Do you guys have Atomic that high?
Gen.G just one challenge at a time.
Right now, it's either Squishy or Atomic. I think Squishy and Atomic are 3 and 4. I need to go and look at it more closely to know who's 3, but I think Squishy and Atomic are 3 and 4. JNaps 5. Do Atomic's failings in big moments not factor in? I mean, he had one, you know, one big bad moment.
Wow. Just wow.
But it's not like JNaps did a lot better in Worlds Finals. They got JNaps got 4-1 by Vitality, 4-1 by BDS, and then Atomic got 4-1 by BDS, 4-2 by BDS. So Atomic has more game wins in Worlds Finals than JNaps does. They both didn't do particularly well in Worlds Finals. They both have 2 major level tournament wins. JNaps and Atomic, of course, won LA Major together. Then Atomic has won London 3.0. JNaps won E-League Season 1, which is another major level event. So they're super close, but I think that Atomic's continued dominance is just starting to ramp up and add up and put him ahead of those guys, those older players.
You know, he maybe just didn't know how much he had. It was a bang-bang play. That's one you want to break.
Another thing that helps Atomic is if you think about the main teams that he's been on throughout his career, he started off getting good results with Envy alongside Mist and Turbopulsa. He was absolutely, you know, top tier on that team. On some days he'd be the best on the team, other days he'd be second best to Mist. You know, sometimes Turbo would have a good event, but usually Atomic would be 1 or 2 in that team, like main guy or number 2. And then when he joined G2, JNaps Chicago, he was the main guy, main man. He was the best player in the team. And now that he's joined NRG, well, now that he's joined, I should say, Beastmode and Daniel, he's, you know, right there with them, and he has days where he's the best. I think, you know, last split he was the best online. He can just, he can really hang. So he's been like, you know, top tier on whatever team he's on. And I just mean like compared to his teammates. He's been an equal contributor or close behind the whole time. And that puts him, that's better than JNaps, who was playing second fiddle. Oh my goodness, Firstkiller's just doing everything. Firstkiller is the whole team in offense. You just 1v3'd them. You just actually 1v3'd them. What a shot. Yeah, so JNaps played second fiddle to Atomic on G2 in their time together. For the rest of JNAP's career, he was the best player in his team, though, of course. Before that, he was the best player. As soon as he joined G2, he's the best player in the team. Hello? I mean, it's a good shot, but defense, hello? Oh, Chronic just went near post. I mean, it's a great shot, but I don't know why Chronic went in the back corner there. Why didn't he just stay in the net? It's a good shot, don't get me wrong, but that should have been saved. That should definitely be saved. I was going to say maybe it was a lag touch, but it looked like Chronic was pretty committed into the corner anyway, so he wasn't going to make it back. Oh, okay, they fire right back. That's important. LJ turned away. LJ wasn't going to make it. That's why he turned away. He wasn't going to make it.
This is the ultimate that we were expecting to see in the beginning of the series.
And if you're the Ultimates or a fan of the Ultimates, you love that.
But yeah, let's think about the top 5 NA players all time. Atomic for his whole career has been, you know, the best or the second best in his team, or an equal contributor on a 3-horned dragon of a team. You know, like he's right there. He's top tier. JNAPs played second fiddle to Atomic, or even third time sometimes when Chicago's having a good day. Atomic was the best player when they played together. Squishy, when he played with Justin and Garrett, was probably the 3rd best player in the team. So that's a drawback for him. Garrett, second best to Justin for a lot of his career, but also like just 1A, 1B for a lot of his career with Justin as well. And before he teamed with Justin, he was the best player in his team. Then you had... Yeah, Justin, probably best player in his team for his whole career. So, yeah, Justin and Atomic are the ones who have been the best on their team the most. And then probably Garrett, followed by JNAPs, and then maybe Squishy. Squishy was like the best for a while on Cloud9, then they were all kind of even, and then he was probably 3rd best on NRG. So, that's one of the drawbacks as well. If you consider that, well, I mean, if you think that that's a factor, then that's a strong thing for Atomic and Justin, I'd say.
Well, LJ has it now. You can see Chronic waiting for the moment to go on up. And
when I say 3rd best, I don't mean by, it's not like anybody's getting carried. They're just not the main guy. Yeah, Garrett was probably better than Justin in some events. They were 1A, 1B for a long time. But by the time it reached like Season 8, I think Justin was probably the best player in the world. And he was in the conversation for a long time before that. I don't think Squishy was 3rd best in NRG by a mile. I think he was. Yeah, he was just like Justin was the best player, Garrett was the 2nd best player, Squishy was the 3rd best. They were all a very good team. You can't win in the open era without a great team. 3 excellent players. But I think you have to give Justin props for that. Yeah, Garrett and Justin overlap a lot. Before Justin, though, Garrett was one of the absolute best players in NA. He got a 3rd place at the World Championship in Season 3, playing with Fireburner and Jacob. Seasons 1 and 2, he was excellent, alongside Turtle and Moses. Garrett was insane. Oh! Magic Bear pings the bar! I don't know if there was a way through there. That might have just been a save by the goalie if Magic Bear put that on target. Good pass. Not a very good defensive position here for Ultimates, but they're okay. They just had 2 players in net there, which is not ideal. You want to have somebody ready to attack the ball or cover mid or something, or backboard.
That was a nutty pass attempt from Justin as well.
Yeah, Garrett, when he joined up with Fireburner Jacob, was the best player in the team when they came 3rd at Worlds. They beat the defending champions, Flipside Tactics, and they nearly made the grand final. They lost in Game 7 to K-Dot, Fairy Peak, and Mystic. So yeah, for like 2 years before they played together, Garrett was already putting up insane results. One of the best players in NA for 2 years before he teamed with Justin.
Still, Ultimates are keeping it going. There was no trade-off or pass-up on that play. Instead, LJ has to catch it.
This is pretty tense. Ultimates
1 goal lead for the Ultimates. Maybe they can
seemed like they need a Firstkiller peak to win a game. Not peak, so you can obviously do it a lot. Nice shot. But it seems like all the ultimates wins come in a game where Firstkiller just puts in a ridiculous goal. And if they don't do that, if they don't have a Firstkiller moment like that, they're losing. Just saying that because he's a co-worker. What, Garrett? I don't even know. I don't even know what I said about him, but yeah. Yeah, obviously I'm just being nice to him because he's a co-worker. Gen.G timeout. It would probably be a smart time to call one. I think. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It's okay not to call one though, because they already have match point. And they had their chances this game. This wasn't like a blowout. It wasn't like Ultimates just farmed them. So I don't mind them not calling a timeout here. If Ultimates win Worlds, First is the greatest NA player. I don't think so. I don't think so. Firstkiller's never won a major, never won Worlds. He's really good, of course. He's definitely top 10 all-time for North America, but Atomic's won 2 majors, JNAPS has won a major and E-League.
They still are playing a very clean game to their standards.
Garrett and Justin have won Worlds plus second at a major. Squishy's won Worlds plus second at a major. There's also other, events to consider like DreamHacks and X Games, which Garrett won.
Was LJ and Chronic stepping up, joining the team, joining the party.
I think they'd have to do more than just win Worlds. I say just win Worlds if it's not like a big deal. Obviously, it's a big deal, but I don't think that puts them high enough. That's an interesting question. Who do you guys have higher, Beastmode or Firstkiller?
If they'd be using that timeout now to try to end this on Neo Tokyo, or if they're gonna just go right into it, and it looks like they are.
I would say Beastmode all time.
Gen.G, they're gonna try to end
but
it here in Game 6.
The consistency of Firstkiller wins a lot of people over. I would say Beastmode. I just value LANs so much. Like, online winning is cool and all, but LANs are worth, I think, so much more. So much more. And yeah, the run that Beastmode had with V1, another ping in the crossbar for Magic Bear, that could be in. Oh, she's back. Yeah, Beastmode had a top 3 at Landon 2.0 with V1. He obviously won Landon 3.0. He came second at Copenhagen. Second at Worlds. Like, that's just a much better resume than Firstkiller has. His longevity is obviously really impressive, and he's had a bunch of top 4s, but you know what's better than a top 4? Top 2. You know what's better than a top 2? Top 1. And that's something that Beastmode has more of. He's got more firsts, more seconds. And yeah, he won Gamers 8 as well. And yeah, he was doing it on V1. He was doing it on Rebellion before that, way back. Like, Beastmode's been around for a while as well. He came to his own in RLCS Season X, same season that Firstkiller did. Firstkiller was obviously better than him at that time and had better results, but Beastmode's resume is very impressive. Oh, the bump! Oh! The bump was a smart idea, but he didn't have enough boost, couldn't reach it. You know, it's not like I'm saying Firstkiller's 4th places don't matter, they do. But what would you guys rather, like a 4th place or a 1st? How many 4th places do you need to equate to a single major win? Right in chat right now. How many top 4s at a LAN? How many 3rd, 4ths do you need to equate one major win? I'd say like 4. If somebody comes like 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 4th, and somebody else just comes 1st place once, that's probably comparable. 4 4ths. Something like that. 4 or 5. 6 to 8. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. If somebody came 4th place at 8 LANs, that's definitely better than somebody just randomly winning 1. Oh, what a goal. LJ on point with the double. Gen.G getting a bit stacked in defense there. Cheese and Justin both from the net, nobody on the backboard. They're both doing the same thing.
Justin wasn't
10
able to get
fourths.
to that ball in time. The Ultimates get their
Nah, I don't
lead.
believe that you guys believe that. When Chronic won one major, there's absolutely no way that you guys had his LAN all-time performances ranked higher than Firstkiller with all of his fourths. Firstkiller had 4th place in Stockholm, 4th place in didn't they finish 4th? Or did they finish 5th in LA? I can't remember if they were 4th or 5th in LA. Where were they? Maybe they were 5th. Yeah, he had a 2nd with FaZe, obviously. He did finish 4th in LA. Okay. San Diego, he came 2nd. Rotterdam, didn't they come 4th? Where did they finish the first London? They were like 8th or something, or 12th. They didn't have a good London.
Hard hit off the ceiling. Now possession for Gen.G.
All right, let me just take Firstkiller's very first LAN season. So he finishes 4th place in Stockholm, 4th place, well, 3rd/4th, they're the same thing. 3rd/4th in Stockholm, 3rd/4th in LA. Actually, I think it was just 4th in LA, flat. No 3rd, 4th, just 4th. 3rd, 4th Stockholm, 4th LA, 3rd, 4th Worlds. As a resume, is that better or worse or the same as Chronic winning Rotterdam? Just that. Which is better, winning Rotterdam or finishing 3rd at Worlds, 3rd in Stockholm, 4th in LA combined? I think it's pretty close. I think that's pretty close. Especially the Worlds 4th place is pretty good. I think they're kind of comparable, to be honest. Like, it's hard to pick one of those as like clearly better. They're pretty similar in my opinion. So yeah, winning is obviously more important, but it's not like not like one win completely invalidates 10 seconds.
Low boost here for Gen.G as we approach this final 30 seconds. Justin going for a 50.
Yeah, if I was going to pick one of those resumes, I'd probably pick Firstkiller's just because of the body of work he did in those tournaments. He was the best player on the pitch for a lot of those tournaments, and he was the best player on the team for all of them. Okay, hold on, they got some space. Oh, they just gave it to him. This is tough. Justin's not got a clear line through here. Oh, wait a minute. Mid. Shot, backboard. Oh, I just score it! Oh my goodness! He had an angle! No way. I didn't think he had an angle. I thought he had to backboard this. If he backboards that though, it's going to be impossible for Firstkiller to reach, so it probably would have been open anyway, but he actually slotted it. Holy cow, Gen.G can win in 6. Ultimates could be out. No way. Oh, they beat it. Firstkiller beat it. You're joking. Oh my goodness. I mean, they deserved it. That's a deserved win. They were the better team. What is this? Is that a Fortnite dance or a TikTok dance? I'm too old to know what that is. Justin Lan is just around the corner. Ultimates, 10 points on the split. Complexity, 10 points on the split. Jeez. Can we see that goal again, please? Firstkiller had the best goals of the series, but he also had the biggest mistakes of the series. Very bipolar series from Firstkiller, but the rest of Ultimates were pretty uninspiring. LJ and Chronic didn't do a lot. They had some moments, but they did not really do much. They looked like a group of individuals today. They didn't really look like a team. And that was obviously a good pass and double, but overall they seemed a bit disjointed. Is that just me? Okay, we've seen the LJ goal twice. Look at this. Great pass by Magic Bear. Justin mid. LJ panicked a little bit. He thought Justin might shoot that or air dribble. And then look at this. Firstkiller, he tried to bring it down. Oh, I mean, that's a difficult touch, to be fair. It's always harder to do that than you think. It's always harder to do that than you think, ladies and gentlemen. He tried to, like, do the, you know, fake a clear, bring the ball down, and then control it. But it's always a lot harder to do that than you think. It's very, very difficult. I know you've all made that mistake in ranked. Like, we've all done it. You think, oh yeah, I'll just like jump up, fake a clear, lean back, kind of like cushion it, bring it down, and then you accidentally hit it a little bit too hard. You're falling for a little bit longer than you think, and it's in your net. Show the replay. Yeah, I'll find the replay when they upload it. We'll take a look at his POV, because his POV will look a lot more forgiving, I think, than that did. Oh wow, I think it's already uploaded. Hold on. It is. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's take a look at this POV. Wait, where's my... There's supposed to be a button to just press play, but I don't think Backismod is open. Fine, I'll download it. Let's download the replay and manually put it in my folder. It's actually really easy to do this. I don't know why I'm acting like it isn't. Yeah, that was a first world problem if I've ever seen one. Oh, did the play button just appear as I left? Wait, this is interesting. Why did LJ jump here? He respawns. He sees Justin up. Justin's using a lot of boost. So LJ should know that Justin's on low boost here. But I guess he just assumed that Justin might have like 50. And then he's up to block, like if Justin air dribbles this on target or shoots it on target. Firstkiller, LJ's blocking. But that wasn't the biggest threat in the position at all. The biggest threat is the mid pass. So maybe a bit of a failure to identify the main threat in the position here from LJ. He just saw Justin use minimum 50 boost, maybe more. He grabbed one pad, so yeah, he should just see Justin having low boost on this. Still though, great pass by, really great pass by Gen.G. This pass here by Magic Bear is really impressive. But yeah, this position from LJ, a bit awkward. If he just like covered the mid pass, then they have no problems. As is, he left it. Such a good shot by Chiso. Look at how close this is. Wow. I mean, he absolutely slotted that. I was kind of thinking that at this moment he was just going to like pop it because Magic Bear is ready to move in behind him. But he just goes for it. I mean, he saw the opening and he went for it. So fair play. Nothing Firstkiller can do here. He just put a good challenge in. This is a great challenge from Firstkiller. Now Chronic gets dusted, happens, you know, that's not a problem. And now in this moment, LJ just has to identify the biggest threat. And the threat is not just in shooting, because this is not an easy ball to just boom on target. Well, I'll show you Justin's POV first so you can see why. But yeah, that's a really difficult ball to just boom on target. Very, very hard. Yeah, I mean, it's like over him. He took off slowly. So yeah, LJ maybe could have seen that coming. But hey, great shot. Great shot. He respected Justin's boost management to this level. He thinks he might actually just be blasting this or air dribbling. I better block. And then he's like, oh no, I need to block mid. Oh no, it's in my net. And then this is the Firstkiller overtime moment. Yeah, you always think you have more time, don't you? He doesn't even really see Cheese. Well, I mean, he can see him, but it looks so far. Look where Cheese is when he jumps. Like, it just looks like you have so much more time than you do. So that's why he doesn't boom this, because he's thinking, oh, I can bring this down and it's a free ball for me. Cool. I'll just, like, bring it down. Nice, free ball. Oh, no. So it's not actually that bad, but it's risky. He shouldn't have taken that risk. He should have just boomed it. You always have less time than you think when you try and do this. Chronic kickoff. I think Chronic tried to lose it towards Firstkiller. This is a plan. Yeah, he's trying to lose it towards Firstkiller. LJ's just like soft cheating in case the ball does end up getting killed in the middle. But yeah, Firstkiller just has to play this a little bit more carefully. Like, as tempting as it looks to control this, because Cheese and Magic Bear are both in the back corner, I think you just have to boom it. I think you just have to simply boom this ball. I know you guys are going to be like, well, hindsight is 2020, but I think just in general, I think you just have to boom that ball, because it's still going to be decent for your team if you blast that. Cheese and Magic Bear are both back, so like obviously you're conceding possession, but both your teammates are on 0. You need to just buy some time. So I think the boom buys time. You follow up with like just advancing your defensive line. Should have waited for the bounce. I mean, it's a bit awkward because if he waits for the bounce, he has to reverse. The ball's not bouncing for a while. The plan here for ultimates, Chronic wanted to lose it along the ground. He wanted to lose that low so it rolls to Firstkiller, but when it pops up like that, he has to either reverse and wait for the bounce or just use his momentum that he's got and blast it. I think those are the two play. I think the only play there is to just blast it, just use your momentum and just send it. Anyway, that's that.